Say that again. Do that again. Yeah, say that again. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Oh, I forgot to have you set this up. I was.
It's all right.
Okay. You did a 7-day water fast to cure your thyroid nodule. You're trying to dissolve a thyroid nodule, and you have no symptoms of thyroid nodule for quite a while. You did that with Immunix, and then you decided to do a fast to see if you could, speed up the dissolution of the nodule. And now you broke the fast about what? How many days ago? 8 days, I think?
Let's see. Exactly 1 week today.
Okay. So tell us what you have been eating in this last week to give us a sense of how you have been managing yourself. You look wonderful.
The first 3 days I just drank juice and vegetable broth. And then I started eating some steamed vegetables, or some of the vegetables from the broth. Started to really crave them. And, it took a little while to get back into my normal eating, which now I'm, eating what I normally do, which is vegetarian, kind of a high carb, low fat kind of deal.
Right.
Right. Started exercising again. I didn't exercise at all during the water fast. I didn't have any energy for it. And it took a few days to get that back. Felt a little weak, but I'm back.
Do you grow your own potatoes?
Yeah, I do.
Do you use the sweet potato leaves? You cook those?
Sweet potatoes, did you say?
Sweet potato leaves?
I can't grow sweet potatoes here.
Oh.
They don't grow in this. They only grow in a warmer climate. Sweet potatoes, right?
Yeah.
You did say so. Yeah. No, they don't grow here. They're very hard to come by, actually, in Austria. They're rather exotic and very expensive. I think they come from, like, Turkey or Greece or something where it's warmer.
Right, okay. Yeah. Africa.
But if I had them, I would use them. I don't know. What do you use sweet potato leaves for?
Now you stir fry them?
Ah, sounds good.
Yeah, typical, tamari and garlic and stuff.
Right. Yeah. Well, you know what? Since my water fast, I have no interest in sweet stuff anymore, which is weird because I'm somebody that would go for sweet over salty any day of the week. But now I was craving the salty food, and nothing for sweet.
All right, hold your hand up so we can see how you test. And I want you to test, does that indicate a fundamental change in my body?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now channel, so just what pops into your mind about what that change could be? What could that change be?
Oh. It's kind of loud there. What popped into my mind was there's something with the relationship between iodine and my thyroid. And what popped into my mind is that the thyroid was craving that. That's why I wanted it. And
yes.
Whereas, they tell you to avoid iodine. The regular straight, regular doctor says that, but then the naturopathic doctor says, no, you got to take iodine. So I was a little confused about, which way I should go with that before the fast. And I was testing about it, And I was getting, avoid the iodine, don't use it. And now, after the water fast, now I'm testing that it's good for me, so.
Yeah, well it is. And do you use any, you're right, when your body shifts, see, regular doctors deal with most people, and most people's bodies are set up to age, to get diseased and die. That's why they get cancer, heart attacks, all that stuff. And when you alter your body the way we are, your body is set up differently. It's set up not to age and not to get diseased and not to die. It's a simple thing. You know, like we were testing about virtual realities, which is what we're going to do today. And I was doing that yesterday with Barb and Ross. And we were testing that aging is a virtual reality. And it's one that...
yeah, that makes sense.
And people generate it and buy into it and live in it, and that's what they do, you know. And it's,
exactly.
oh boy. It's so funny because I look at Franny's father and Greg's father, and they're both in their 90s, and they're both so different. They're so completely different. You know, like Franny's dad is still doing projects.
Yeah, my dad's like really in great shape. He's awesome.
I bet he is.
He is. He really is.
Well, you know, you look like the kind of woman who has a great relationship with her father.
Yep.
You know, some of us are like that, and then others, like I had to really. The funny thing is, in my life, I feel like I'm just coming into relationship with my father and mother now, in a way that I never was. You know, and they've been gone many years, and yet now I'm like loving and appreciating them and enjoying them and seeing what they gave me, and it's totally spontaneous. You know, it isn't anything I'm trying to do. These things just pop into my head out of nowhere. You know, about their gifts to me and my appreciation for them. So, you know,
it's a beautiful thing.
Yep. Well, it's all about being big. We're training ourselves to be big. And big people, you know, love their parents.
Yeah, they do.
And you know, so now to get back to this discussion of the specifics of the thyroid and the iodine and so on, I want you to test: has my thyroid fundamentally changed in the last 2 weeks?
Yes.
Is that a good thing?
Yes.
So you've done something good for your thyroid.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, I'm happy to see that.
I also learned something else. Most of my life I've paid attention to my diet and exercise, and I've always wanted to find the perfect way of eating. And I finally got it that changes, you know, all the time. That it's not going to be one way every day for the rest of my life. And it was so liberating to figure that out. Like, why didn't I figure that out a long time ago?
Well, your hand again. Let's see your test. And test, is it because I've been getting these signals from God about how to direct myself?
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah.
Has my relationship with God shifted in the last 3 months?
Yes.
Yeah, you know, God makes all the difference. You know, like the way we relate to God makes all the difference. You know, that because here we have this real pal to be our friend and guide and so on, and test, another thing, just to go back to angels, have I had the guidance of a great many angels, in the past few months?
I know that already. I have.
Yeah, people are not using their resources. They just disown them. And, religious people do. People who go to church disown their relationship with God. And they go to church every Sunday and they're just not making use of God the way they could. It's funny because I have some Christian neighbors who I think do make better use of their relationship with God than many other Christians I've known. And they're doing so well, and they're so sweet. And they can't actually... I don't think they can really get into testing, So, but
do they like to talk about God?
A little bit, they do. I talk, but I can see that they're just happy and prosperous, and like they're in relationship with each other. And I talk with the woman, the wife. I talk with her about God and how the way she tests is by opening the Bible. A lot of people, that's the way they test. They open the Bible at random and they read a passage and try to learn something from it. It's a very clunky way of testing.
Yeah.
Because you can't really...
But it does sound good.
Well, I'll tell you what. One good way of testing is testing through books. Or, like yesterday we were testing through the web college. And Ross tested exactly the things that she was talking about before she started testing without realizing that she was testing them. Until it came out that, God guided her to the exact things that we were working on in the web college. It's just, you have a lot of experiences like that and you realize that you're getting exactly what you need in each moment.
Well, that's why I love the web college. I use it all the time.
Yeah, you do. That's you.
That's you.
This movie was given to you by HUM, the World Ministry of Immunics, which enables you to cure medically incurable diseases. We also produce the Cure Drive in the iCollege of Immunics. This is the home page. And as you see here, the movie that starts playing automatically when the page opens is a 3-hour tutorial film, which underneath it is the beginning of a series of movies. If you click on these links, you go to another movie that's a continuation of the tutorial, showing different aspects of the things that people need to get into when they cure things. The movie shows many people curing things. You'll find complete cure tutorials on the home page. Under the group at the top is another, this is a video and text tutorial, and if you click on the link, you'll see it has 10 lessons, and you can click on each lesson and you'll see that the lessons are movies interspersed with explanations. And if you continue scrolling down the home page, you'll find a huge bank of movies of people curing things. Here's one of someone curing multiple sclerosis that you can click on and these play. Hopefully this one will play in a moment. There it is. So that woman cured PPMS and MS. Here you'll find people from every continent: Europe, the US, Asia, Canada. This woman cured shingles, and in this particular movie that's what she's demonstrating. And at the top of the home page you will find links to the cure meetings that we have every week. 9 p.m. New York time, Rome time, 8 p.m. Underneath the cure meetings, you'll find a link to Friend Me. It's actually Bayard on Bayard speaking to you on Facebook, and you'll meet many people who are my Facebook friends there who have cured various diseases. Many of us have cured herpes, which is what I cured. Also there, if you have trouble getting signals, there is a whole bank of movies that focus on people who are just starting to get their first signals. Many of these people went on to bigger and better things, and you see them in other movies. But these are movies about their signals, how they got their first signals. At the very top of the home page, you will find above the masthead a link to the cure shows. And we documented people curing things on, these are on the, we did this on the phone. There are shows on about 75 diseases, and the diseases are listed alphabetically, as you can see. You actually hear the people curing these diseases during these shows. That's post-traumatic stress syndrome from 9/11, you know, the catastrophe. We have a show on that, and fever, somebody curing the fever, several people curing fibromyalgia, flu. We had a flu hotline, and there are many people. These people are actually curing flu, and the flu stops. It clears up during the 15 or 20 minutes of the call. It doesn't take long to cure the flu. Over here you have paralysis, parasitic parenting, Parkinson's disease. When you cure something, please join your voice with the voices of the many people who came before you by reporting your cure in our poll, which you can do right above the tally of the cures that people have reported is here at the top. And as you can see, there's a little link here. And if you click on that, you will come to a form that enables you to report your cure. This page is the hub of the Web College, and as you can see, there are detailed lessons on how to remove viruses, cure cancer. Here's a movie on the right here of a doctor who actually years ago cured the flu on camera. You'll notice that skill 1 in the hierarchy of skills is cure physical diseases. That's actually the easiest thing with this particular approach. And I've put a great many things in the hierarchy of skills that relate to curing physical diseases, such as ending trauma, working on your organs. Now, if we go into the recode your DNA, there are 10 applications or 11 applications, and recode your DNA is one of them. If we go inside here, what we see is a page with a huge amount of links. And then if we look at the links on the right, after the ones on the left which prepare you, these are the actual lessons. And you can see some of them. It might be hard for some people to see why blind installation procedure is related to recoding your DNA. And this is why we've put it in this application, so that it relates it in your mind. This is the reason the Web College is organized the way it is to relate things for you in your mind. And obviously there are a huge number of things, like if you're curing cancer or herpes or any medically incurable disease, it's obvious that there are a great many things that you have to learn. And they're different for everybody. You do not have to learn everything that's listed here. And in fact, cure is instantaneous. And it's always unexpected how it will come. Like, watch these women. they're going to give you a perspective. This is a good way to conclude this little overview I'm giving you here. Say, can I go to the 144th dimension? See if you get a signal on that. Can I go to the 144th dimension?
Can I go to the 144th dimension? Yes? I guess I can.
Go ahead and do it.
Okay, both of you go to the 144th dimension.
I'm taking myself to the 144th dimension.
Me too.
No stopping for gas on the 8th dimension.
I feel clear.
I feel less interested in anything below the 144th dimension.
Can we stay here all the time?
I know, exactly.
Well, I mean, this would take a lot of backstory, but there are some decisions that my family's making that I now feel clear about.
Yes, because when you have that perspective from the 144th dimension,
Yeah.
you simply don't care about anything as much.
That's exactly it. But I don't care doesn't sound so good.
Well, see, that's right.
But it's it. That's really
Not in effect.
When people hear we say we don't care, they go, "Well, God, that's sick," you know.
Okay, I know. It's a good thing.